folks? This is Coach Ken, Superbike-Coach Corporation, going into Lost Count, day 9, part 10, 11, whatever. You know best. You're watching them right now. So, a few problems. So I had the bike on a little test ride, back and forth. I was learning about the 2023 and 24 models V4Rs having electronical issues after changing the gear ratio, the sprocket ratio, which is very odd if you ask me. The thing is that it either way throws you some gizmos on the dashboard or that the quick shifter doesn't work anymore. That is exactly what happened to me here. So in order to get this fixed, you will have to see a Ducati dealership. And then they will reset the drive, or you have to make a drive adaptive reset, something like that. And then that way, I believe, that is not, making money with this is not even the biggest reason for them, I guess. So my theory is that they know from there that this bike is tracked, and then you lose warranty. Yeah. So you have to come see them. They hook it up to the computer, and Ducati Italy knows then this is over. You have no warranty anymore. For me, I gotta say, it's fine. I never had a problem. I won't say I never will, but this is just the way it is. I mean, you track the damn thing, you ref the shit out of it. How can you expect to have warranty, right? I'm not naive, I'm not stupid, so that's fine with me, but that's literally now the way it goes. Well, so to get it fixed, I have to do this. I'm living it with now. The bike runs great. It's just, well, so I had it only like rolling around, but I already feel the big difference in geometry. It's the weight difference is actually already there. You know, you actually can feel the weight difference easier when you go slow, right? Where you balance more. Yeah? The faster you roll, the more gyrographical force there is in those wheels, the more the bike is holding up on its own. So you actually get to feel the weight more when you riding slow. And I got to feel that. I can tell you, this is, I mean, in the end, we do the math anyway, what, you know, the weight savings, etc. You will be surprised what's in there. And again, we're not going all the way, like competition bike all the way. We don't do that, right? So, but there is a lot of weight in it. Another problem here is that I'm still waiting on the exhaust. That's holding me back right now, and I'm also waiting for the fairings, which is not a big deal because the exhaust is not here. So that's where I am right now. So what I want to do right now is to, you know, to win or take advantage of the time right now. Put slicks on, race tires right there, and that means finally getting rid of those street tires. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning, but I had this bike out in Laguna Seca for a 1-on-3 track drill, and this is where my chicken strip's coming from. So don't you dare judging me here. I am not used to riding on street tires anymore, and this is the first time I took the bike out and it was totally stock. How can you expect from me? And I was teaching, so how can you expect from me to, you know what I mean. So those go, and a bike like this got to be standing on slick tires, on race tires. which is, by the way, one of the reasons I'm getting the software upgraded actually, I should say. And we're coming back to this later. For now, I start I start installing or putting up the Rabaconda tire changer, which makes that tire change super easy. This is not a walkthrough. I have a video with my photographer Dean. It's a very cool video actually. So you can watch that. I might put it in that or in that corner. You can watch it. So, but I'll show you what the significance is and what I'm doing in regard balancing and stuff. That is actually a good idea too. So let's go. So another exciting shipment came in, new tires. So I decided to go with Pirelli's latest technology, and that is World Superbike slick compounds and sizes. Means I'm going from so the front tire is actually on the Panigale. It's 120/70/17, and this is going to be a 125/70/17. The tire is a tad wider, and the shape, but in fact the shape of the tire, that is the point. If you ever seen a race slick tire off the rim without any air pressure, then you would see like a roof shaped tire kind of thing, like maybe when I'm unpacking them anyway. And the rear tire goes from 200/60/17 to 265/17. So that tire has a higher sidewall, and it's built slightly higher in the center. Means it's got a bigger diameter, which helps me, and obviously also World Superbike with the geometry. So that gets the ass up by, if I'm not wrong, by 2.5 mil or even more. So that brings that ass up, and that makes the bike more agile. So now I got to be careful with my geometry choice in terms of the setting of the rear shock, because I extended that already. I gave it a little bit more ride height. So all this needs to be explored on the track. So, and lap times is the only way to get to it. I mean, feel sure, but it goes down. It will come down to lap times. So this is where we're at. So I'm going to install the front tire now with the Rabaconda tire changer I'm having here, and then so I can finally get that front end done. The new front fender with the painted front fender goes in. Some lighter stuff too. Some aluminum bolts will be placed, and yeah, it's gonna look awesome. I'm very sure. So I'll show you. Bye. Alright, here are my new Pirelli tires. I chose the SC2, that's the medium compound right there. That's just because this SC3, which is an endurance compound, was not available. But that gives me a great chance to actually dial the bike in on my next gig, and that's going to be in Laguna Seca. I can't wait for that one. So here are the tires, and you actually already can feel that they are using softer carcasses. So this is a very flexible tire, and you can already see on the higher sidewall. So and here's that. Right there. It's 265/17. Big fat tire. God damn. So that's gonna be very interesting because this is the latest. This is the latest Pirelli, or let's say, tire technology right here. I mean, this is what most of the Superbike guys using in World Superbike, and a lot of national championships, European championships. So, and these tires winning races big time. So these tires here, I'm having them from CT Racing, thanks to Chris. And I can't wait to put them on and try them out. So they have a higher sidewall here. That's the number 65. 200 is the width. 17, of course, the rim size, and 65. That's the point. That's the sidewall. And here's the thing. So back in my professional days, I was running. I was sponsored by Dunlop. And they used to have very high sidewalls. The tire is literally straight down on the rim, which gives the tire extremely strength and side feel when you are all the way on the limit, and it gives you a great feedback. So here and there tires can be slower because of that, but the feedback, it's about the feedback, so you can be way more constant riding on the limit. So it says Superbike right there. Here's my direction file arrow. So this is going to be easy because the tire is very, very flexible. You can tell how soft it is. Oh man, look at that. It won't hold for long, that's for sure. But hey, that's what we're buying ourselves into, right? All right, let's put them on. All right, so I'm ready to take that tire off with the Rabaconda tire changer. It's almost kindergarten. Sure, you got to put some physical effort in, but it's I just saved at least $30 without thinking about the time to bring it to a dealership, tire guy, driving there half an hour back and forth, things like that. So, and $30 is I believe the cheapest way to do this. So this year paid off big time already. Yeah. So you better go and get one yourself. So it works really simple. There is the tire breaker on there that works actually pretty well, and this here is like a ratchet system. So once I put this in there, now I crank this around and the tire comes off the rim. Very easy, and it goes then vice versa back on this one. I'll show you. Yeah, so we're making progress. The front wheel is on. But I'll show you in a second. But first, I want to talk about the rear tire. So right there it is. So there's this is a huge tire. I mean, this is a 265/17. So I think I mentioned it. 65 is the height of the sidewall. 200 is the width, and 17, of course, the diameter of the rim. So. But it's mainly about the sidewall. So that makes the tire, including this and its new shape, it makes the tire wider on the outside, circumference and diameter. So it's about 5 mil in total, I believe, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure about that. It could be either way. Yeah, you might look it up. Anyway, So that gives the tire, that makes the tire wider, not wider, higher, and brings the bike up in more ride height. So I think this is mainly why World Superbike went with this size, as well as the higher sidewall. So that higher sidewall gives you more feedback on the limit. It might makes the tire a hair slower, but it gives you a bigger window for feedback. And that's how I used to know all my race tires back in my pro years, and then yeah. So this tire will be, since it's higher on the center, gives you then more contact patch on the edge. Yeah, so it gets wider there. And this here is a medium size. They didn't have the endurance tire. That would be the SC3 from Pirelli, which is more geared for track days. So you can have these tires on for 2, if not even 3 track days, depends on how fast you are, how hard you go. So I'm trying the SC2 for the reason that I can start setting up the bike in Laguna Seca. That's the main reason. So I have front and rear on SC2 compound, and that should do the job. So here's now how the front looks like when it's all done. Check this out. Man, does look good. All right, there it is. And yeah, this is a huge tire, that's for sure. Look at that. So I gotta bring the bike down now, bring this all to torque spec. This baby's getting 230 Newton meters. Unbelievable. Damn. Yesterday, that was an exciting day. The fairings kit came in, freshly painted, and exactly the way I wanted it. It's awesome. I can't wait to show you guys the pictures and the video. I started installing stuff already, but there's a lot of things to do. Yes, it's all pre-drilled and goes right on, but there's still a lot of stuff to do, especially with modern fairings. Ducati fairings, there's a lot of details, especially inside the panels. They're using, I still don't know what it's called, insulation, isolation, I don't know, heat shields and all that. Little plastic clips which needs to be transferred to the new one, windshield and all that, make that fit all well. And then there is something I used to order from them. They seem to forgot to do that, and that is to paint the inside panel of the parts which you can see, which you like the upper fairing where you sit on it or you stand next to it, and then you actually can see underneath. That's like in the cockpit area or into the seat kind of thing. So I like to have this matte black, and they used to do that, but it seems that they forgot that. Not a big deal. So I was I was doing this with brush and paint, sort of just to black this out, because if you don't, then you can see the different colors. They're just spraying, and that this is not masked, so that looks then not really good. So I did that, and a lot of things, more of things, and it's too early. I'm still working on my coffee. So now I'm going into what's that called? The belly pan extension. So it's the lower fairings, and if you have, or if you take out the original exhaust, I'll show you here. So this is I think I showed you that in a previous video. So I took off the covers already because this comes all off and I'm still waiting for the new exhaust. So this comes all out. Same with the servo for the flaps in here. So this, when there is the new exhaust on, there's a big gap, yeah? And that is will be closed with carbon covers, which in the end looks good, and it's about aerodynamics, because a long belly pan, a long closed belly pan is aerodynamics, especially up on top speed. So this also gonna look much better, and yeah. So yeah, I'm trying now not to film any fairings right now because I want to leave this like the candy at the end. So this is where we at, and I'll show you some more. So everything is unpacked. No, I won't show you. This is something I want to keep for literally last, and then hey, a little surprise. It doesn't hurt. It looks all just phenomenal for a price like that. What these guys done there, this is all customized, all handmade, customized stuff. It looks just amazing, really. Is it 100% like manufacturer quality, like a Ducati fairing comes from Ducati Italy? No, it's not. But the price tag is just not in a relation to this, you know. So I mean expectations in this, sure, but it's not 100% thing like a Ducati fairing, paint job, whatnot. But having a bike like this on a track with original fairings, that's not a good idea anyway, right? So you take them off and you have something for, I will explain what the cost is and what they actually do then later once we're coming to installation. So that will be explained later. But the whole price here, the whole set and everything what comes with it, customized with the logos I wanted exactly to the spot, is about probably not even as much as one side fairing, original side fairing. Yeah. So you will be very surprised. So stay tuned. So there are actually a few things to do. This is the lower fairing, the original lower fairing. There are heat shields in there where this is good, so I know exactly what shape and where exactly it goes on the new one. This here is an air duct. It leads to a sensor to cool it down. It's right underneath the sprocket, the front sprocket. And at the bike there's like a rubber duct which goes from there to exact that sensor. So that needs to be transferred. I will have to take these babies out. I hope I don't break them. And this here is something I try to find out probably later, because it actually is like a heat shield, but also it feels like a polster. So my guess here is that this here is preventing or preventing the noise of a possible vibration. There's a truck coming through, or just laying up on some engine part here because it's a tight fit. that this is all tight fit at Ducati. It's always very impressive how they do this, actually. So I will keep it, and if necessary, I can transfer it. The good thing is the new fairing has all these what I don't even know how to call them, mounting points in the same place, so that makes it easy. And then let's see what else we have to. Oh, yeah, just like these little nuts here coming over to the new fairing, and that's it. That way I can see if the holes are big enough, put them in the right place, and then I won't have any problems installing. All right, let's do it. Here's the first piece. So I traced the heat shield with a sheet of paper, cut it out. This here is a little thicker than the original Ducati heat shield, but it went really well, and it glues and it sticks as it's supposed to. So this comes with the fairing kit, actually. Those little nuts are back on. Here the importance is that you it was actually not necessary, but I opened up these little holes in the fairing and the plastic itself just a tad, so that you have more wiggle room with that bolt. This is always a problem with the fairings, with any fairing actually. So, and then once you got this on, you run a bolt through that so that you know once you install it, there isn't any issue with that. Same here with that little air duct. I removed the original clips here. Those pins were there, here on the new fairing. They're sitting right on in the same spot. Putting this on, pushing these clips back on, and that's it. On to the next. So that's what that kind of looks like. I stabilized the carbon panel to the lower fairing with tape, so it shouldn't move at all. And now my plan is to set 4 holes, 1, 2, 3. I'll leave this alone, and 4 right here. So that should do it, because in the end they will be also connected with each other, one side to the other. And we're good. So it's I'm a little worried because this literally goes through the fairing, through the painted part, but it shouldn't be a big deal because it's actually just plastic, and I have some good drills. So let's do this.